What is up, everybody? This is Omegabalmung back again with another Gaming Talk Fridays. Today, got pretty cool stuff to go over, but as per usual, I'm going to be talking about the games I have been playing this whole week. Unfortunately, the only two games I've been playing, because you know what? I am waiting for the biggest game that I've been personally waiting for the longest time, The Division. I'm not playing that, but the reason why I really haven't gone and played any other games is because I'm just totally waiting for that. But three games on the list that I was playing. The first, as usual, I've been playing a lot of Rust. The server that I have, or actually most of the servers now, are pretty much wiped. New updates and things came in, and now everything is kind of a start over kind of deal. So I've been doing a lot of that, you know, going and building up my base again. There's like 4 or 5 of us that we play together. And we play them, and then of course we help each other build our base, and then we defend it. So that's pretty cool stuff. I mean, it's different when you're kind of still kind of working yourself up to the top to do different things like raiding, things like that. It's kind of just hop on the servers real quick, get everything done, you know, farm as fast as you can, you know, build a base if you want to. It's good to have, you know, 3 or 4 people to help you build the base, because it's so much faster, so much easier. You got your back. If you lose, you know, a few items, or you get killed while building, it's okay, because you know what, somebody else could probably cover you already. So that's the coolest part. I've done it by myself. It's tough by yourself, so you gotta know your resources. You gotta know where to build. You gotta know how big you want your bases. And that's how you build it. But with 3 or 4 people, that's not even that's probably a medium size, a lower tier medium to kind of a smaller size group. I say anything like 10, 15 people is probably a bigger size group, but about 4 or 5, it's a good number of group. And we kind of just, like I said, split our time building. You know, we have a builder, then we got everybody else that kind of goes in and out, grabbing, you know, stone, wood, protecting the base. You know, we got raided a few times, or while we're still building. It was kind of funny. Unfortunately, I wasn't there. I missed that, but you know, there's a guy who was kind of stuck in, and then my cousin actually had to. Luckily he got hit, I guess, killed while he was closing the door. The guy ran through. He closed the door right before, right when the guy got through. But luckily we had our place honeycombed, so everything is all nice, and you know, he's stuck in the middle. And my other cousin came in and, you know, killed him. So it's pretty awesome stuff. Unfortunately, I missed that. I was kind of like, no, but yeah. But like I said, I've been playing a lot of Rust. I might have to tone it down a bit for that, because now the servers that we're on is about a bi-weekly wipe. So now it wipes every 2 weeks, and you know what? Once it wipes, you know, I'm going to take my time and do my own thing, and you know, work my way up. I won't rush anymore. So. And next, I've been playing a lot of Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth. That game is actually, like I said, it's an awesome game, awesome RPG game. I just found out that it's not like an EXP glitch or anything, but it's a great way to get your characters, you know, leveled up pretty good, because you have all this. You got so the step is, first you have to get a certain type of Digimon, and you actually get 3 of them, and the EXP stacks with each one of them. So it's a platinum, where the one I have is platinum Sukumon or something like that. It's a little poop Digimon. There's 3 of them. There's the poop, the regular, like kind of orange kind of brownish poop. There's the silver, and then the Numamon, I think that's what it's called, or Sukumon, or one of them. But once you get them, you actually have to go and get these items for them that they could equip, called Tactician's USB, which gives you another EXP boost. So I've been doing that, leveling up my Digimon. I was able to get War Greymon, Metal Garurumon, and all that. So I'm super excited for that, and I've just kind of been playing around with that. The other game that I've been playing just came out, like, I think last week, I think so, but I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon Yellow is probably either between that and Red is my favorite Pokemon game. Well, technically Red is like Yellow, but with different Pokemons. I like Yellow more because you actually get the 3 starting Pokemon. You get Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur plus a Pikachu that follows you wherever you go, so that's pretty awesome. I've been playing a little bit of that. I just got beat the first gym, Brock, and that's all I've been doing. For me in Pokemon, I do a little bit of leveling up, capture. I stay in the area until I pretty much captured all the Pokemon in that area, and then I level them up to, like I said, in the beginning area. I like to level them up to about 8 or 9. And then move to the next one, and so all the Pokemon in my group that I like to use. Fortunately for me, I just tend to use a lot of the cool Pokemon. I at least try to get one of each elements, and then I keep the coolest looking Pokemon. I'm not those min and max kind of guys or kind of person who okay, I need this Pokemon because it's the best in this group and this and this. I like cool looking Pokemon, so I keep the coolest one I have as of right now, and then if somebody else is cooler, I'll replace them. So I've been playing a lot of that. Like I said, I just beat the first gym. I got my first badge. That was pretty tough. I think with Yellow, that's probably the toughest part about the beginning, is you don't have a Pokemon that can cause that type of damage to him, to any rock type Pokemon. So in Red or Blue, you can choose either Squirtle or Bulbasaur, who does pretty good damage against rock type, and you can pick Charmander, who does a pretty decent amount to the rock types too. So with that, in Yellow you have Pikachu, who does no damage to it because of Thunder Shock and things like that doesn't work. A lot of the Pokemon you get in the beginning are I think the only Pokemon that you probably could use against them is Caterpie. I don't think. Maybe Poison Sting if they have a Weedle. I didn't see a Weedle, so I don't know that. That's the reason why it probably doesn't work as well. Weedle probably works the best against them because it does Poison Sting, which is a leaf type of attack, I think so. So you don't have that, so you're just using normal physical attacks. They don't do much damage, so I just kind of grind my way through. I use like my other fodder Pokemon to like lower defense, lower attack, and kind of just work my way to chip away their HP. So I'm beating that. And that's pretty much it for this week. I don't have much to play. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm just waiting for the division. So once the division comes out, I'll be talking more about that. I'm waiting for some other games to play. Maybe I'll get some in a few weeks here. Mostly when I probably won't. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, we're swapping to the next thing we're talking about. We're talking about news that just came out this week. There's a lot of news, so I kind of had to go through some of the news that I was able, that I kind of want to talk about. Like I said, there's a ton of news, mostly from Nintendo and Microsoft. So the first news I'm going to be talking about is from Nintendo. They're talking about different games that they're bringing to the 3DS. These are virtual console games. This one is pretty awesome. I'm looking at it right now. You're looking at Pilot Wings, Super Mario World, F-Zero, Super Mario Kart, Earthbound, Donkey Kong Country, and Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Super Metroid, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. Awesome games that they're bringing to the virtual console, and I'm pretty happy about that because I'll be probably getting Earthbound, Super Mario Kart, one of my favorite games on the SNES. That's pretty much it. And Donkey Kong Country, because Donkey Kong Country is awesome no matter what. So I'm super excited about that they're bringing that to the 3DS. I don't know if they're bringing it to the Wii U. Let's hopefully they do like that cross-buy kind of deal if they do bring it to the Wii U. So it's awesome they're bringing more games. Hopefully they do bring more games because they do have this large backlog of their category is super huge with from NES games to now. So it's I do want to see them all come to a way to play instead of for downloading ROMs and things like that. I kind of want to see it. I don't mind buying it, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't mind buying it either. So you know what? I'll buy them. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people will too, even though it's not physical. It's okay. Next up is from Microsoft. They're talking about they got this big old conference that just came out, and they're talking about unifying the PC and the Xbox One kind of together. They kind of started this already with Killer Instinct, Tomb Raider. Or kind of with Tomb Raider. Next is Gears of Wars, the Ultimate Edition or something, the one that just came out recently for, or like a year ago for Xbox One. So they're talking about unifying the system, and now they announced that, Quantum Break is coming out for PC. Somebody just found a little thing that said Scalebound is probably going to be coming out for PC. So they're kind of unifying these stuff. Unfortunately, the only thing you can do is the thing that sucks about it, I should say. It's cool that they're doing all this because you know what, they're bringing these games to a broader crowd, because you know what, the Xbox One is, yeah, it's not being beaten too bad by the PS4, but it is lagging behind. So now if they implement it into the PC, more people will get a chance to play it. The only problem is now is, how about those people who bought the Xbox One, who actually has a PC, and they bought the Xbox One because they want to play these games, Quantum Break, Scalebound, Tomb Raider, and things like that. Now they have to go, they bought this system for no reason. I don't know. That's what I think of. And then now the fact that you can only play it on a Windows 10 machine, so your operating system is only Windows 10. That to me, it kind of sucks. But that's the way to get people to come and play on your system, or on your OS, or on your platform. That's the only really way. I don't really see any other way. If that's because if you put it on Steam, well, Steam is going to get a little bit of that. So if you put it on your store, you make the most money out of it, and that's what it is. So it sucks that they're doing that, but it's kind of cool at the same time that now, if you're thinking about buying an Xbox One, you kind of could wait now, since a lot of these games are coming out. I don't know if the next Halo game is going to come out. I assume it's probably going to be, because a lot of the games are now that are exclusive are coming out for the PC. So maybe the next Halo, you'll see it on the PC. Everything else might get shifted in between. So now you can play it on PC or Xbox One. And if you could do kind of that cross-platform kind of deal where, or cross-save kind of deal where, I'm playing on PC and I can just put it into the cloud, my save into the cloud, and bring it to the Xbox One, downstairs when I'm doing, if I want to play downstairs. So pretty awesome stuff. They're still kind of trying to fix the kinks out of it, but hopefully they do fix it, and kind of try to unify everything to make everybody happy. So we'll see how that works. Next thing is the Dead Island Definitive Collection. I was a big Dead Island fan, or at least somewhat of a fan. The first trailer to me was freaking awesome. I loved the first trailer, but after that, it was kind of like, that trailer didn't even make sense. The game doesn't follow the trailer, blah blah blah. But it was pretty cool. It's a cool concept that they kind of fixed it a little bit in Dying Light. But Dead Island, loved it. You got your zombie killing. It's a zombie game. You kill zombies. There's a ton of them. You mow through them. It's an RPG game. So you level up, you gain skills, you got different classes. There's different classes do different things. You can play 4-player co-op. It looks cool. So now they're bringing that over from the PS3, Xbox 360 to the PS4 and Xbox One. I don't know if it's going to be on the PC, but PC already has all this stuff already that probably makes the game look about million times better. So but I'm pretty happy about that, now that people could actually, who doesn't own a PC and owns an Xbox One and a PS4, gets to play it. I'm pretty sure everybody's playing it already from back then, but hopefully now we see. I seen the trailer for it, and it shows that it's in 60 frames per second, but I've been hearing that it's not. It's actually 1080p, 30 frames per second. I don't know what's going on, but I guess we'll see. I'm going to scroll this down real quick and see if there's anything like that. Nothing so far, but it does come with a little ripped. It comes with Dead Island Definitive Edition, which comes probably with all the DLCs and things like that. You got Dead Island Riptide Edition, which is the kind of like the sequel to Dead Island. It's not like a 2. It's kind of like what I was talking about. Is like a Brotherhood kind of deal for Assassin's Creed. It's like a sequel to 2, but it's not 3. But it comes with that, and then it has a little kind of a standalone 16-bit game called Dead Island Retro Revenge. It's kind of like a beat 'em up kind of game. So I've seen a little bit of a screenshot for that. It looks pretty awesome. So that looks pretty cool. But I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be $39, probably $49, or maybe it's probably going to be $59. I want to check Best Buy here real quick. Oh, actually, it's only $39, so it's not that bad. $39. And if you're a Prime member or you are a Gamers Club member for Best Buy, you get that 20% off. So it's even cheaper than that. So it's actually pretty cool. And the release date for that is, is it 5/31? Oh, I don't know. Is it 5/31? I don't know if that's it or that's a concrete date, but it's coming out soon, so we'll see what happens. But like I said, if you haven't played it, here's a chance to play it. Hopefully they fix up all these things. The 360 and Xbox, 360 and PS3 version had problems with that, with the blur most likely. It just looked kind of a mess during that time, and hopefully they fix everything up. That's the last time I played it. I do have Riptide for the PC, I think so, and PS3, but I haven't really dug into it, so I don't know if they fixed it in that version. But as far as I remember, it looked pretty bad. So I mean, graphically it looked good, but it had a lot of problems with, it's very blurry, and it has, when you shift around, it kind of hurts your head a bit. But it's a fun game to play, just mowing down zombies and leveling up. So kind of like what Dying Light does. Next, some of the biggest news coming out in the past week or so, you have these companies now are kind of dropping out of E3. E3, of course, is one of the biggest conventions you see for video games. It's kind of like the CES of for video games. And now you've seen all these studios drop out of it. You have EA and Activision that are dropping out of it. I heard from people that they have the biggest booths in E3, and now when they dropped out, they're going to be like these big old spaces that has nothing. Maybe somebody else will take over, like a Sony or a Microsoft probably could take over that, because they said that it's when you walk in. I've never been to E3 before, so they said that when you walk in, and that's the first thing you see is EA and Activision, these big booths that are loud and crowded and things like that. So maybe somebody else could have a chance to take over that booth and take over that. So you have those two kind of leaving, kind of doing their own thing. They're going to be there, but they're not going to be like a really big presence. They're probably going to do their own thing. They probably have a few games for different booths and things like that, but they won't have like a main one for them. So next is there's two more companies that are backing out at E3. You got Disney, who's probably doing some pretty cool stuff there with the Disney Infinity things. And then Wargaming. I don't know what is Wargaming. It says it's a PC. They do. They do World of Tanks. It's a smaller group, I guess. People are backing out of these things now. So companies are backing out because it's expensive to rent a booth and set it up, pay people to do all these things. Now you can pretty much either do your own one, which is probably going to cost a little bit more, but it's cooler. We've seen it happen with PSX, which is awesome. PlayStation experience. Hopefully it's a regular thing every year. I really want to see that. It's always fun to watch what comes out of there and with all these games that are being played there. So now you have all these companies kind of leaving, E3 behind. I think it was Nintendo was the first one to do it. They do their E3 press conference. They don't do a press conference now. You do a video and they put it together nice and neat. Nothing happens like we've seen with the Wii, with the controllers messing up, VR messing up, Kinect messing up. So Nintendo has done that already. So they kind of moved out of that and just do videos. You have Sony and Microsoft will probably still be there for a bit. That's a big presence for them. They do a lot of that. So, but everything else, all these companies are now kind of moving on because what they can see that they could just do their own thing, and now you don't even need to have people around. You can just have people shoot it, and then that's it. And then you can just show it for people online because that's what people do now. Nobody, before it used to be written on paper. You have to wait a month to get it from EGM or Game Pro or Game Informer. Now you just be like, let me go check these IGN or NeoGAF or hey, let me go to a personality on YouTube. I could go check what they've seen, what all this stuff and things like that. So you know what? It's saving the company's money. That's all I can say. And the last thing I'll be talking about is Star Ocean. Let me get this name here. Star Ocean Integrity, and Faithness. Is that the trailer? Is that the name? I forgot what the name was for Star Ocean. It was something weird like that. So, but they finally got a English trailer. This is from the Jump Fiesta. Is what they do every year. And now we've seen the trailer for that. We've seen a little bit of the voice acting. The voice acting is pretty good. I mean, it's pretty much voice actors you hear from like anime and things like that. I heard a lot of those voices already. So it's regular stuff. We've seen a little bit of action. It looks the contrast looks a little high on that. I guess the colors look deep. The gameplay looks cool. I've been keeping up with different gameplays from Star Ocean. I think the 3 or 4 that has come out, and I'm super excited for it. It's going to be most of the time 60 frames per second. So 1080p, 60 frames per second. It looks cool. I'm super excited for it. You know what? Hopefully we do see it soon. It's probably going to come out soon in Japan. It probably won't hit us until next year. I don't remember what the release date is for that, but hopefully we do. I do get my hands on it soon. Hopefully everybody does, and we can all play it, enjoy it. Hopefully it's good. Like I said, the last one was pretty decent. I only got to play a little bit of it. I actually bought it on the 360 and on the PS4, so I did play a little bit of that, so it's pretty cool. So hopefully it looks cool. If you haven't seen it, just go on YouTube and look it up. Star Ocean Integrity and Faithness. I think that's what the trailer is called. So, or maybe that's the name. I don't remember. It's a very long and weird name for Star Ocean, the Star Ocean 5 or whatever you want to call it. It's just a weird name. So, but anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's video for video gaming talk. This is not much for me to do. It's just a lot of news, a little bit of gaming that I do. Like I said, I've been a little bit busy with schoolwork and things, so I don't get too much gaming done. So it's just like either pick one or the other. These 2 games that I could only juggle. So, but anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and I'll see everybody next week for some more video game talk. Peace out.